Welcome back to Getting Started with PITCHcrm. In this video, we'll talk about the power of dynamic campaigns, explain a little bit about how they are used, and also show you how you can set them up for your pitch account and your golf course. In the previous video, we explained how to create a static or blast type campaign, and you can find a link to that in the description below. Dynamic campaigns are automated campaigns that use the data from your tee sheet to trigger an email or text to send out. They're designed to continually broadcast campaigns when the criteria is met and will continually do so until they are turned off. Whereas static campaigns are a blast type campaign that send one time to a list of contacts. I just jumped over to campaigns and we're going to add a new dynamic campaign. I normally use the simple step. This flowchart view is just another view of the process to set them up. They both have the same information, just a little bit different look. But we'll give the campaign a name, and you can input a description if you'd like. In this case, we're going to choose email and create campaign. And this first step is the real key behind dynamic campaigns and the automation. You are selecting what triggers an email to send. We have multiple different triggers you can choose from. You can use the contact's birthday to send out a happy birthday email either 10 days before their birthday or after. You can control when the email actually goes out in the last step. The most commonly used trigger would be day since last played, and this uses your checked-in rounds data. So we can create a 1 day after thank you email or a 5 days after email that says, hey, our tee times are filling up fast this weekend. Please book yours now. There are various different types of campaigns that you can set up using this one trigger. We'll cover that here in a few minutes. Day since added is when they were added as a customer in the tee sheet. And then subscription starts and ends relates to the membership start and end dates that you have in Lightspeed. So you can automate emails or welcome emails to new members or send expiration warnings X amount of days before or after their subscription ends. And then individual tee times, all tee times for the day, are two triggers that help you communicate with the reservations on the tee sheet for any given day. So individual tee times will have multiple send times throughout each day at the interval of your tee times. So your 9 o'clock tee time will get the email right around 9 o'clock. The 9:10 group will get it around 9:10, so on and so forth throughout the day. If you wanted to send out the email to everybody at one time, you can use all tee times for the day. And let's say I wanted to send out the campaign 24 hours before and at 9 a.m. to everybody. I would use all tee times for the day. And then individual reservation booked time is based on the reservation being made. So I can send an email X amount of hours after a reservation is booked. Similar to a confirmation type email, however, I do know Lightspeed is already sending out confirmation emails for reservations, so you don't have to set that up. For my example today, we will use a day after thank you email and just use the day since last played trigger, 1 day. And let's say I don't want to inundate my members with emails every time they play a round of golf. Well, I can come into the next step, the audience, and narrow that down. By default player type, So I can come in and say, okay, let's only send this to my public golfers to prevent members from getting this specific email. For those of you that have multiple tee sheets or multiple courses at your property, you will see that there are different tags for each course that you have. So you can actually segment the golfers by which course they played. Every contact will be tagged the name of whatever course they played, and you can filter that out in the audience step as well. And then in the next step is additional criteria we can use to narrow down the audience of this campaign. You can actually use the reservation category. It's not going to let me with this trigger to select no-shows or canceled reservations. You can target those customers with an email. You can also have this campaign active during a specific range of tee times or for a specific date. You can narrow that down that way. And that's how quick and easy it is to set up the automation. There are many different types of these campaigns that you can set up. From here, it's pretty simple. You will design the message, and I went through how to create messages in the previous video. Check out the next video after this where I go into depth on creating templates, designing them effectively. For this campaign, we will just search the template library for our day after thank you. So I can choose that template from the library, and then you can come in and you can change the images, the text, just to customize it for your golf course. In the bottom of the template builder page, you will see where you can change the language of the footer that gets added to campaigns. So we add a footer with company information, unsubscribe links. You can change the language that is written in. And save and next will bring me to the last step of scheduling the campaign and entering the subject line, from and reply to address. You can customize the from name if you choose. It's auto-populated with whatever the account name is, whatever your pitch account name is auto-populated. But I can enter a subject line, choose the address, and then for a dynamic campaign, it's a little different. You have the activate option or schedule. Activate is going to turn it on, and it will send out, in this case, by based on the actual reservation time. So a day after thank you, the 9 o'clock group will get it around 9 o'clock the next day. The 10 o'clock group will get it right around 10. If I schedule a dynamic campaign, you can see it will allow you to schedule a specific time of day. So if I wanted it to go to everybody at 9 a.m., I can set that with the time menu here and choose what time it should go out. The one other difference with dynamic campaign and scheduling dynamic campaigns is you're not actually choosing a contact list. In this case, the email is going out automatically whenever the criteria you set in the first 3 steps is met. So it will go out whenever those criteria have been met. And from here, I will save and close. You can then edit, view, and clone the campaign, turn it on or off, and click the name to view the results. So that is how you create and set up dynamic campaigns in Pitch. Now let's talk a little bit about the different types of campaigns that we recommend. So we have 3 different categories of campaigns, recommended categories: engagement campaigns, retention campaigns, and defector campaigns. Engagement campaigns are sent close after their last interaction with your golf course, like a day after thank you email, or one sent 5 to 7 days after, and then maybe another around 20 days after. Retention campaigns are used to maintain communication with your loyal customers. So welcome emails to new members, or expiration warnings to the memberships that are about to expire, or loyalty customers promoting online booking or frequent players passes or memberships to loyalty customers. And then happy birthday campaigns. We actually recommend using birthdays as more than just a happy birthday message. It can actually be a really effective way to grow your database and collect correct contact information for your customers. By giving out a promotion for birthdays, you can actually, they're going to be more incentivized to give you their contact information. And you can create a birthday club and manage all of that within PITCHcrm using the birthday dynamic campaign and also the form creator in Pitch. I'll go into more depth on using the form creator in a later video, so check that out. And then we also have defector campaigns, which are designed to communicate with the customers that you haven't seen in a while. So setting up a campaign sent 30 days after their last round, 60 days, 90 days, so on and so forth. Most people around the 60-day mark will throw in a small promotion to entice their customers back, like a free bucket of range balls or hot dog lunch, something similar to that. And then that promotion will grow and increase in value the further out you get from their last round of golf at your golf course. The opportunities or types of campaigns that you can create in Pitch are endless. We offer various different triggers that you can use to automate those campaigns. If you have any questions with those, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll toss a link in the description below of our next video, which will be all about templates, designing templates, and the ins and outs of doing so. So check that out, and we look forward to seeing some of your dynamic campaigns.